My lovely Aries, welcome to your February 2020 reading. Hope this reading finds you well. Hope you're journeying well through the beginning of 2020. This is a general reading for you, Aries. It's a reading for Aries sun, rising and moon sign. If you would also listen to your rising sign and moon sign, as some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. If you would like to have a private reading with me that is specific to you, follow the link below to my website and you can book that reading from there. Also, in the last week or so of January, I'm still offering the 2020 yearly readings. So if you're interested in that, get in and order that before the offer expires at the end of January. So let's get on with your reading, my lovely Aries. I feel that it has been a time for you in January of weighing things out, of balancing things. To have your harmony and your balance and that sort of peace in order to make decisions that are coming up for you, rather than in that sort of fire element. You know, it's about being about being calmer, about bringing in that cooler sort of energy to make informed decisions, informed choices, and that's where you're coming from here. It's about practicing this. Let's plan this. Let's balance things out. Let's weigh things out. Let's look at things from all perspective in making choices and decisions, because there has been decisions that you're making. I'm feeling like it's goal setting. There's decisions and choices that you're making about where you're headed and what you want to bring into your life. So it's this real reassessment that you're coming from. And of course, timing's going to be different for all of you. For some of you, you've already done that. For some of you, that's coming up to do. So let's have a look at February. Excuse my voice, it's the smoke in Sydney. It's affecting everybody. So what's coming up for you? In February, you've got the Lovers card. This is a card of relationships. It's a card of soul connections. It's a card of meeting your soulmate, and that can be on a romantic level. It can be on a friendship level. It can be someone that you are working with that you just seem to be on the same wavelength with. So, you know, with the Lovers, it represents a soulmate connection, a destined connection. A predestined connection. So these connections are going to come up for you in February, where you're going to just feel really connected to certain people that are going to play a significant role in February and through the rest of the year, and be part of that decision making that's coming up for you. If you're single, it's absolutely an opportunity to meet your soulmate. You've got that sort of dynamic, charismatic energy around you, and it is there as a magnet to meet your soulmate. If you don't want to get involved in a relationship, it's also connections with friends, with workmates, with family, with, you know, people that play a significant role in your life. If you're in a relationship, this is a strengthening of that relationship, a further commitment in that relationship, a deeper understanding, better communication, ironing out any bumps along the way, really connecting and working together on goals that you've set in your life. That's absolutely coming up around you in the beginning of February, which is really nice. And it's crossed with the sun. Two major arcana cards, and it's crossed with the sun, which means that in moving forward in these soul connections, in these connections with people, there's absolutely nothing standing in your way. There's a clear run. There's a positive feel about what you're deciding to do. So if you're deciding to make that commitment to propose, to move in together, to get married, to have children, to move your relationship to that next level, it's all very, very positive. Connections that you're making on a soul level with people, as far as work, friendships, it's going to be hugely positive for you in moving forward, in shedding light on your goals and plans, and clarifying a lot of things in your life on an emotional level too. And I feel like I want to say to you, Aries, it really, beginning of February, is working on an emotional level. What's going to make you happy? What do you want to do to bring more meaning into your life, more fulfillment into your life? Who are you needing around you that are going to help you plan for the future, make plans for your prospects and what you want to do moving forward? That's certainly the energy that's around you in February. How are you feeling about this? And I want to say, you've got the Five of Coins. What is it that you aren't? It's as if everything's falling into place for you in February, but you mentally quite haven't caught up. You are still sort of living in this, and this is for some of you, living in this thought pattern of loss of everybody else's everyone else's life is falling into place, but my life is not. But that's how you're feeling. It's not actually reflected in your reality. And what I'm wanting to say here is really pay attention to your self-talk. Really pay attention to your language that you use. Really pay attention to how you're feeling about things, because that's going to reflect in your reality. So, anything you're feeling, life is really turning around. Life is really picking up. Life is really moving you to where you need to be. And so it's about catching up with those thoughts mentally, seeing the positivity in everything that's happening around you, rather than spiraling into limiting thoughts. It's not about having limiting thoughts. It's about really, because that's not the reality. If there's issues with finances are starting to improve. They're going to improve. For some of you, there's a new job. If you're going for a job interview in February, very, very positive. Have a positive attitude, because that's going to reflect your potential. If there's a move, or if there's a new business or a new venture that you want to start, something that you want, a new project that you want to take on, it's going to be absolutely fabulous month to do that, to bring that into your reality. But listen to your self-talk. Aim for the stars. Don't set yourself limits and say, well, I'd like to do that, but I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not smart enough to do that. I'm not creative enough to do that. I don't have the resources to do that. That's all limiting talk. And so it's really about not setting yourself those limits, because there is the potential of really improving your lot in your life, of what's around you and what you can achieve. It's going to be, it's incredibly positive. So it's about feeling those positive emotions. It is about your feelings. It's about how you feel about new things that you're starting this year, or want to put in place to start. So really pay attention to that self-talk, because how that manifests in your reality, you've got the Nine of Coins, Nine of Pentacles, and this is the card of all good things coming to you. Everything that you desire, everything you want to work towards, it's all going to fall into place. And that's where I say, don't set yourself that glass ceiling, because if you set yourself limits, then what's going to manifest in your reality is going to be limited. Really understand that you can reach for the stars. What is it that you want to create? Have your vision board, have your wish list, however you want to do this, but really keep it positive and really extend your potential of what you know you can achieve, because that is going to manifest, that is going to be created. If you set those limits, then what is going to come up for you in February will be limited. So understand that your thoughts in February are going to be quite significant in what is created moving forward. So there's that positivity that needs to happen here, that clarity of making your choices and decisions of what you want to achieve in February. That's going to happen up in the very sort of start of February. For some of you, it'll happen a little later. For some of you, it's already happened. It's going to vary, but that's certainly there. That's what I really want to say to you. You've got the Five of Swords here, and there are going to be things that you need to overcome. There's things that you need to sort out. There's things that you need to, if you really believe in something, then be prepared to fight for it. Be prepared to really stand up and be counted, to be able to bring that into your reality. So there's a need here to not sit back and allow things to just, flow. It's not about going with the flow. It's about you feeling passionate about something and really standing up and being counted. Fight that fight. Really push your ideas. Push what you want. So if you're in a relationship and it's, will we move or won't we move? What are we going to do? Really put your point forward as well. Really be prepared. If you feel passionate about a particular thing, then really stand up and fight for it. Fight for it. Put that fire in your belly. Really bring it in. This is what I really want to do, and I'm not going to budge on this. Get that Aryan sort of headlock. Really fight for what it is you're wanting to do. It's almost like reinforcing with the universe. This is what I want. This is what I want to have happen. Bring it on. I'm not going to stop. If there are issues, if there are things that are going to create a block or slow things down, push through them. Push through them. There's got to be that will of pushing through it. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. That's the message that's coming through for you very, very strongly. And let's have a look as we go on, which is really nice. You've got the Five of Wands, and this is about your life's purpose, your passion, your project, your ideas, the changes that you want to bring in. It's going to vary for all of you because you're all different. But these changes and these things that you're wanting to put in place, there is support around you. So don't forget to ask for help when you need it. There's things to do, things to overcome. Jobs to do, timelines to live up to. There's support around you. But in order for people to help you, you need to ask. So don't be too proud to ask for the assistance that you need. In the physical, with friends, family, whoever, is around you to help you, assist you in your progress, but also your guides, your angels, God, the universe, source, whatever you want to call it. They cannot assist you unless you ask them for assistance. And so anything that is there, that is in the way, that you need to work through, you have got the help and the assistance and the guidance that you're seeking. So make sure that you ask for it. Ask for what it is you're needing. And I want to say for some of you that may be professional help as well. There might be some sort of professional you need to contact or work with and to overcome issues that are around you in order for you to move forward. Because what's here is as well, you've got the Tower that's coming up for you in February, and the Tower is going to ask you to look at what's going on, what no longer serves you, what is no longer relevant, and you can choose to deal with that and change it, get rid of what's not working for you. If you don't, the universe is going to come in and give you a helping hand, and that's always got a bigger punch. It's always got a bigger punch because you don't have the control of what it is you want to sort through. But this is, behaviors, attitudes, the way you view certain situations or certain things, things that are no longer serving you, people that are no longer serving you, toxic people that you need to have out of your life. There's this big review with the Tower. The Tower is asking you to have the review, to really stock take. What is it that you don't need in your life? What baggage are you carrying that you don't need to be weighed down by? So it's about releasing that. It's about releasing all of that so that you can move forward. So the Tower can be, very, very positive if you take control of what you're sorting through and what you're leaving behind, what is no longer working for you or relevant. And some of those decisions can be quite hard. If it's a job, if it's a person in your life, they can be challenging issues, but there's support around you. Don't forget, you've got support around you to make those decisions, to make those choices, to make that clearing. Because once you've made the clearing, it's about bringing new things in. You're making space for new things to come into your life, for new things to take a place in your life in moving forward. You're lightening your load if you're leaving behind that baggage that you don't need, that you've been carrying, that's becoming a burden, that is weighing you down. The control of other people in your life telling you what you need to do and how you need to do it and when you need to do it. Getting rid of that coming out from under someone or people that are dictating how you're living your life. And find that voice, find that freedom. That's going to be hugely beneficial. And so if you need professional help in doing that, then go and get it. If you need friendships, an ear, someone to listen to you, someone to give you some advice, just do whatever it is you need to do. Get that help that you're needing, because what that creates in your environment, there is justice here. This is for some of you, this is something legal that you're going to go through towards the end of February. There's something legal. There's something here that needs to be balanced, and it is balanced. It does have a good outcome. There is a balancing of something that needs to be shared, needs to be divided, needs to be sorted through. There's a balance here on a legal note. On a personal note, it's about balancing workloads, balancing work and family. It's balancing roles. It's bringing a fairness into a relationship, be it a romantic relationship, be it a friendship, be it family relationship, whatever it is for you. But there's really looking at it impartially without the emotions taking over. There's this balance of all the elements here, and you really can process the facts to balance out and bring a fairness into, and that may have a lot to do with the tower that you have coming up for you, where you are reviewing things. Well, what do I need? What am I balancing? What do I need? What do I need to get rid of to bring that balance in, so that it's not, you're not held down or burdened by things that are no longer serving you. So you're bringing in a balance. There's a time of review coming up for you. So it's not a time to fear. It's actually a really good thing in helping you move forward. Because the outcome here, I really love this, you've got the Fool. And so by the end of February, you're going to feel, put that in motion. The more you put into that, the more you invest in this change that's coming, the better the result, the better the new beginning, the more dramatic the new beginning. This is about taking that leap of faith. This is about moving forward, even if you don't know what moving forward entails or what is there for you. It's not necessarily knowing what is waiting for you, but it's about having the courage to say, the way things are not good for me, they're not suiting me, I need a change, and I'm going to bring those changes in. I'm going to move location, I'm going to change, I'm going to let go of my old job because I'm going to look for a new one. I'm going to get rid of people that are toxic for me, because new people will come in even if I don't know who they are just yet. So it's about having the courage here, where the Fool is saying to you to move forward with taking that leap of faith. But there are new beginnings. Of course, the Fool is the first card in the tarot, and so there is new beginnings here for you. There's a new adventure. This is a new start coming through for you from the end of February into March, where there's going to be new opportunities, new people, there's a new way of doing things. And even if that doesn't change, it's your perspective on things that is going to change. With that change in attitude, it's going to change things around you as well, which is going to be incredibly positive. I'm going to give you a card from the Dreamtime reading cards. These are representing the Indigenous people of Australia, because I feel like I need to do that because of everything that's going on in Australia, and they have been such great keepers of the land for 40 or 50,000 years, and we need to get back to their wisdom, their way of doing things. Let's have a look. You've got the green tree frog. The green tree frog, this is about, the green tree frog is about camouflage. It's about not being too seen. It's about knowing when to leap, knowing when to move, knowing when to jump into that next opportunity, knowing when to change location. It's about then knowing when to sit still and reflect and absorb what's coming, what changes are coming in for you. And it's, the green tree frog's tiny, but it's very fast moving when it needs to be. So it's about you knowing when you need to move, knowing when you need to make decisions, knowing when you need to bring changes in around you. So the frog is quite a significant part of your totem for February. So let's have a look at the angels of abundance, and see what your affirmation and your mantra is going to be for this month. How is February summarized for you, my lovely Aries? Let's have a look at this and see. Well, there it is. Oh, you've got two. I'll give you two because two fell out. It's about partnership. It's about partnership. And that was the first two cards that you got, the Lovers and the Sun. You know, it is about partnership. It's about connection with others. It's about connecting with other people. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. And that is also about, you know, it's about the Lover's card and the Sun, but it's also about accepting assistance, asking for help, because it's certainly there. I love the way these cards really summarize what's going on. Visualize abundance in all forms, and that speaks of don't use limiting thought patterns. Really be expansive in how you're thinking and what you're wanting to bring in. So pay attention to your self-talk. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will receive. So that speaks of that self-talk that I was talking about initially. So that's a great summary of what is ahead for you in February. So I hope that that's beneficial for you, my lovely Aries. I hope that resonates with you. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, make sure you follow the link to my website, which is below, and you can book a reading from there. Many blessings to you, Aries.